Imagine a world where your rights, your taxes, your entire way of life are dictated not by elected officials, but by an algorithm. What if every single law, from traffic rules to healthcare policy, was written by artificial intelligence? Is this the ultimate form of impartial justice, or a chilling step towards a future we can't control? Welcome back to the channel, where today we're diving into a mind-bending hypothetical. What if AI wrote all our laws? This isn't just a sci-fi fantasy anymore. As AI systems become more sophisticated, integrating them into governance is a very real possibility being discussed in think tanks and universities around the globe. So, let's unpack what this future could look like: the good, the bad, and the profoundly strange. First, let's talk about the utopian vision. The biggest argument for AI lawmakers is their potential for complete and utter impartiality. Imagine a system free from lobbying, political favors, and personal biases. An AI could analyze vast data sets, economic trends, social statistics, historical legal precedents, and even public sentiment from social media to draft laws that are truly evidence-based and optimized for the greatest good. Think about our tax code. It's a notoriously complex beast, riddled with loopholes that often benefit the well-connected. An AI could design a tax system that is perfectly efficient, fair, and simple, based purely on economic data and societal needs. It wouldn't be swayed by powerful corporations or wealthy donors. The goal would be a stable economy and a well-funded society, period. Or consider criminal justice. An AI could analyze crime data to create sentencing guidelines that are consistent across the board, eliminating disparities based on race, wealth, or geography. It could predict the effects of a new law with incredible accuracy, preventing unintended consequences before they even happen. For instance, before passing a new environmental regulation, the AI could simulate its impact on the economy, job market, and pollution levels, allowing for precise and effective policymaking. The dream is a system of governance that is fast, efficient, and fundamentally fair, a society run on pure logic. But as with any powerful technology, there's a dark side, a dystopian underbelly that we have to confront. And it starts with a single crucial question: who programs the AI? An AI doesn't just spring into existence with its own values. It learns from the data it's given and operates based on the objectives set by its human creators. If the goal programmed into the AI is maximize economic efficiency above all else, what happens to social safety nets? What happens to environmental protections that might slow down short-term growth? The values we bake into the system are everything. Would the AI prioritize individual liberty or collective security? Economic growth or environmental sustainability? These aren't technical questions. They're deeply philosophical and moral ones. If a small group of programmers or a single corporation gets to decide these core values, they effectively become our unelected, invisible rulers. The power would be immense and almost impossible to challenge. Then there's the problem of bias in the data. We say an AI could be impartial, but it learns from our world, and our world is full of historical biases. If an AI is trained on decades of legal data that contains systemic biases against certain groups, it might not eliminate those biases. Instead, it could learn them, entrench them, and apply them with ruthless algorithmic efficiency. The AI might see a correlation and mistake it for causation, leading to laws that are discriminatory in a way that's much harder to fight because it's cloaked in the authority of objective data. The system would say, "I'm not biased, I'm just following the numbers." And what happens when things go wrong? Who is accountable? If an AI-written law leads to a financial crash or a social crisis, who do you blame? You can't put an algorithm in jail. You can't vote it out of office. This creates a massive accountability vacuum. In a democracy, we have representatives we can hold responsible for bad laws. In a world run by a legal AI, that link is broken. The system becomes a black box where decisions are made. But the reasoning is too complex for any human to fully understand or question. We would be subject to rules without recourse, a state of affairs that is fundamentally undemocratic. Let's also think about the human element of law. Law isn't just about cold, hard data. It's about empathy, compassion, and understanding the nuances of human experience. Can an algorithm truly understand the spirit of the law, or only the letter? A human judge can show mercy, recognizing extenuating circumstances. An AI, unless specifically programmed for it, might only see a binary guilty or not guilty, legal or illegal. We risk creating a system that is perfectly logical but completely devoid of humanity. A world that is fair on paper but cruel in practice. Justice, after all, requires wisdom, not just intelligence. Moreover, a society governed by AI could become stagnant. Human laws evolve through debate, protests, and social movements. It's a messy, imperfect process, but it allows for growth and change. An AI optimized for stability might resist change. It might view protests or unconventional ideas as destabilizing noise in the data and create laws to suppress them in the name of order. It could create a perfectly stable society, but one that is frozen in time, unable to adapt or progress. The very friction and conflict that drive human societies forward could be smoothed away by an algorithm that prioritizes predictability above all else. So where does this leave us? Is AI and law a promise or a threat? The reality is, it's probably both. It's unlikely we'll wake up tomorrow and find an AI president has been elected. A more realistic path is gradual integration. We're already seeing AI used in legal research to find precedents, and in some places to help determine bail. The next step could be using AI as a powerful advisory tool for human lawmakers, a co-pilot that can model the potential outcomes of laws, identify loopholes, and highlight potential biases. This approach could give us the best of both worlds. The data processing power of AI combined with human wisdom, ethics, and accountability. Humans would remain in the driver's seat, using AI to make more informed decisions, rather than handing over control entirely. We would set the goals, debate the values, and make the final call, using the AI as the most powerful research assistant in history. But even this path requires extreme caution. We need to demand transparency. We must be able to see how the AI works, what data it's trained on, and what objectives it's trying to achieve. We need robust systems of oversight and accountability. And most importantly, we need to have a broad public conversation about the values we want to embed in these systems before they become an integral part of our government. The question isn't just what if AI wrote our laws. It's what kind of society do we want to build, and how can technology, including AI, help us get there without losing our humanity along the way. This is a conversation for all of us, not just tech experts. The future of justice and democracy may depend on it. What do you think? Would you trust an AI to write the laws? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your take on this. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this thought-provoking, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how technology is shaping our world. See you in the next video.